Welcome to a new competitive. Are they gonna come with me now? No. Okay. So I suppose this is a way where you can see the equipment. I wanted to choose similar equipment to Daggerwin Chainsaw, but different at the same time. Okay, why are you not? No. Oh, you know what? You can stay here. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so yeah, I wanted to pick some equipment that is similar, but not necessarily exactly the same. So, as you're probably already aware, I am going to do the competitive series against Daggerwin Chainsaw. Again, not necessarily because I'm going to win or whatever, purely just because I enjoy doing the challenges that they do, and it kind of keeps me accountable in playing this game. Yeah, so this is sort of mainly the reason on why I chose to do this. Is the fourth season that I'm playing with them, alongside with them. I picked up exactly the 2 blocks of land that they did. I think I picked up exactly the same equipment, maybe not quite, but close enough. I don't have the combine that they have. I have the tractors that they have, but I didn't think it was necessary to have 4 tractors and two of them to be the same type of thing. I realized that the Fords, they don't have exactly the same Ford twice, but still the same thing in the end. So this is my Ford. This is my John Deere. This is the Belarus. This is my trailer. That's my combine that you have seen right there, and then still getting used to where I am going. Yeah, I think that's kind of. I didn't buy myself a chainsaw, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to add $1,000 and buy a chainsaw. Now they've got 2 chainsaws. Now, while we're doing all this transporting rules, from what I understood from them, is you can only buy equipment from the used part of the shop. A bit, how would I say that? That's going to be a bit challenging, purely because it's going to be hard to try and find the equipment that you need, first of all, for that. Now, I got a bigger cultivator than Daggerwin did, and chainsaw, obviously, and there is a reason for that, obviously. This is probably the tractor that is a little bit different than what they got. But I kind of wanted to have something a little bit different. So I'm hoping that this will connect. Yes, it will. Now, I already started once before. For whatever reason, it didn't start. It actually worked out better than when I started that time, because it actually gave me a better. Now, I'm getting exactly the same equipment as they get. Now, he gave me a tractor, and to finish my thought that I was starting, he gave me a really nice John Deere tractor in the used section. So I thought, yay, but then it didn't save, so that kind of, yeah, fell. So I've got exactly the same equipment as what they do. Now, I'm not quite sure what the rules are of selling equipment that you don't want. I am going to use super strength, just like Daggerwin said they will use super strength every now and then, not all the time. I think me being by myself and them being the two of them, I don't think it's unfair for me to use super strength and auto load. I will use auto load. I don't find it at all entertaining in trying to yeah, you know what I mean, like me trying to sort of get to a point where I'm gonna do whatever I need to do without actually you know, taking 3 hours for me to do something that I probably could do in a few minutes. Now I might create myself a little bit of a buffer zone where I can get rid of all these weeds. That's anything that, well, I suppose in real life it could happen where the weeds are massive. Now I bought these. Am I going to try and use them? Probably. Now if I find that it just takes too long, I'm just going to sell them and just end up using super strength. Now like I said, I will add $1,000 to buy a chain. So give me a break. Why would you do that? So do I need to add another $2 or $1? Yes. Okay. Where's the chainsaws? Did I miss it? Oh, there they are. Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that some of them are only 900. Go with this one, $995. Don't know what the difference is, but so now I have $5. I'm gonna have to get rid of $5. Actually, I don't think I need to. Okay, beautiful. We'll cut this tree down. We'll need to cut some trees, obviously, to get some cash. Now, I am going to get rid of the stumps as we go along, purely because what I have found is that if you don't get rid of the stumps as you go along, you know, what you find yourself in not getting rid of the stumps is you're giving yourself a lot of problems later on. You know, I'm gonna get a lot of this face full of trees type of thing. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, well that didn't work out as good as I thought it did. Actually, you know what? Let's get the trailer. That completely deleted the tree, didn't it? So that was a bit of a waste of my energy, wasn't it? Anyway, we'll get a bit of a time lapse going. Now I could squeeze a bit more in, no doubt about it, but I thought, you know what, let's just see what's going to happen here. How much money we're going to get. As you probably saw, I cut 2 trees down and deleted them. So, not very wise, but anyway, such is life. I do want to get into actually getting some field work done as well. So I'm going to obviously have to cut a lot of trees down, but at the same time, we need to get ourselves in a position where we can actually cut some trees and actually do some, get some money going. I mean, you know, I'm gonna be obviously always behind at the beginning. I wish there was a way that I could very easily point out where my boundaries are. I may actually go and do something that I can see, hey, this is where my boundaries are. Oh, it's over there. I don't know if I can help. I can go in. We'll see. Hopefully I get some money out of this. Well, I'm gonna get some money, obviously. Wow. Wow. I did not expect that to be the case, to be really honest. Alright, back to the cutting place, and we'll... Oh, you know what? I need to turn that off. I've been wanting to turn that off now for quite a while. Come on, come on. Oh, this is the slowest ever. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Stop and go. Get a face full of trees. Alright, so money-wise, we're doing alright. If I can cut some trees. Am I struggling with my... No, FPS is not too bad for the first time loading into the map. Okay, so obviously I'm going to have to go exactly the same way as Daggerwin did as far as his Daggerwin Chainsaw. As far as creating field is concerned, it makes the most sense what they selected. Now I'm going to have to come and cut some more trees and take them to... Now let's have a look where I am. As far as... I guess we kind of have to go like this. I wish there was a way that you could just go put something there, like some sort of... No, I don't want to buy, not that I could afford to buy land even if I wanted to. How far was I from the... Oh, so technically I could have... come from right here from the street. Okay, I was just checking to make sure that I have to allow the fields to be created. Let's have a look how far. So what I'm going to do is just go a bit like from about here, right? Yeah, absolutely, that's about right. It's gonna be a while before we do all these, if this is how fast we can do it. Now, as you know, I normally do big fields and then just boom, take it that way. I think we'll get a bit of a time lapse going. I don't think you want me to tell you stories while I'm doing this. It's going to take a long time. I wanted to look at productions. I'm not quite sure. I've got these productions. I knew that the idea was that we would put we weren't gonna do like your really massive production. Where is that tree that I fell? Right there. You know what I'm gonna do before I do that? I'm gonna save the game just in case something goes wrong. I think it's probably smarter that we do a smaller production. I'm gonna see what productions I have, and then I know that they went down the path of fast forwarding a day. They went down the path of fast forwarding a day for, I forgot to get rid of all this mining stuff. Wow, I've got to get rid of all this mining stuff. I've got too much mining stuff in here. Okay, well, it's not going to work. Now, I'm not quite sure what the rule is here as far as production is concerned. Am I going to be allowed to put a production down? Or is there only a particular... Okay, did I just go past the tree? Okay. Should be a tree here that I fell, shouldn't there? There you are. Now, I'm not quite sure what the, like I said, what the scenario here will be. But I suppose we'll quickly find out. Oops. We want to do this a little bit. Now, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Am I allowed to even do this? If if I'm not allowed to do it, I'll obviously take it out. I'm pretty sure that what he said is that we can only do like your small productions, can't do the big productions anymore. But they haven't really spoke about the rules, what the rules are as far as production is concerned. So I'm only going based on what I saw on the last series that we did, and that was when they said that Daggerwin said that, you know, I don't think we want to do the massive productions anymore. We just want to stay with the with the smaller productions. Now, I am not really bothered about having necessarily to plant something. I still, from what I heard from Chainsaw's video, is that they were going to include some seed and some fertilizer and some lime. Now, what some means, I haven't got a clue. So what I did is I added 2 bags of each. Now, if that's too much or too little, I suppose we'll figure it out. Now, this is why I'm not really bothered in actually jumping in straight, you know, let's go plant something type of thing, because I want to see exactly what the rules are before, you know, I go planting and then figure out that they're not actually going to add any seed. They're going to have to buy the seed and so on and so on. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. So before we go any further, I want to cut this tree that's right here in front. I know it's going to be a bit of a pain. Now, I'm not quite sure on how much of this he can handle, that small production. So maybe just this is more than enough. We'll figure it out soon enough. Come on, it's cutting a slow ass. Okay, now let's go in and activate our production. Wow. Okay, wood. So we can, I honestly don't know what to activate. I have to, okay, I'm gonna have to sort of think about this. Activate. I'm not quite sure on barrels and from planks. Barrels from planks. What do you need on this? Let's just activate it. So you can see it's very, very slow. Okay, we can create furniture as well. So they're very slow as far as actually doing anything is concerned. So we're not really going to be making $1 million out of all of these really quickly, that's for sure. I hate these kind of trees. I really, they look cool in the game, but yeah. I hope it doesn't delete them. I mean, that's okay. How do I get to you? Ah, come on. Get it, cut it. Anyway, I will cut this tree to pieces, obviously, fill that in as much as I possibly can, and then we'll see how the production is going and what the rules are as far as the production is concerned. I'm not sure if I'm overstepping the boundaries or not, but we'll figure that out. as you saw at 24, I think it was 24, the production is 24 a month. It's going to take a lot of months before I even get 1,000, so we're not really going to worry about that as much. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyway, have a wonderful day. God bless you and your family, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.